leaven or yeast. How much do you know about it? In the Bible, it's used metaphorically to refer to mental or moral corruption. That's why in Exodus chapter 13, when it's talking about the Passover, the first Passover, they were told to take unleavened bread. In other words, as they were leaving Egypt, they were to leave the sin and the moral corruption of the Egyptians behind them. They were not to take that with them. They were to be purifying themselves. In Mark chapter 8, Jesus says to the disciples, he says, watch out, beware of the yeast of the Pharisees and of Herod. In other words, he's telling them, these people are corrupt. You need to be aware of the corruption of these leaders of religion. You know, sometimes we tend to put pastors and leaders, the Pope, say, or whoever the head of the denomination is, we put them on a platform like they're closer to God than anybody else. They're not. They can be. I'm not saying they are, but they can be corrupt morally or mentally. So you need to use your discernment as to what you're going to believe. Now, on a side note, Jesus continues on in this passage in Mark chapter 8. Now, I just like this because he was so disgusted. He was so frustrated with his disciples. Listen to what he says. This is the New Living Translation, which puts it a little bit more common language than your King James. They're going and the people, the disciples are arguing with each other. Now, what does he mean? Or is he mad because we didn't bring any bread? And Jesus knew what they were saying. And so he said, why are you arguing about no bread? Don't you know or understand even yet? Are your hearts too hard to take it in? You have eyes, can't you see? You have ears, can't you hear? Don't you remember anything at all? Can you just hear Jesus saying this? When I fed the 5,000 with 5 loaves of bread, how many baskets of leftovers did you pick up afterwards? 12. And when I fed the 4,000 with 7 loaves, how many large baskets of leftovers did you pick up? 7. Don't you understand yet? He asked them. You know, Jesus could do anything. He could feed people. And the disciples were with him all the time. And yet they didn't understand and didn't see what Jesus was doing and what he meant. Do you understand? Do you know what he's doing?